What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Shirehammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and you got a sick battle report today because I am actually sick after Thanksgiving. My nephew had a fever, and that motherfucker got everybody in the house sick. Yes, I said it. That motherfucker got everybody in the house sick. Anyways, so I got a battle report for you today. This is round 4 of Hogfest 2019. I got a game against Jeremy Gottschalk, and let us go over that game. This battle report might be a little bit fast just because my voice is really out of it right now, and I'm just sick. But I want to get this battle report out because I'm supposed to be going to San Francisco this weekend, and I'm going to get 5 more games in, and I want to get these battle reports done and over with. So bear with me. Alright, hope you guys can hear fine. Alright, so I got King Koopa here. King Koopa is my Gargantula Spider, Goblin King. Got a unit of 24 goblins. You know what? I don't even feel like telling you what the fuck they have. They have shit. I got my 7 cave trolls. I got my 23 iron orcs with Mechanox totem. I got my 26 feral orc Edbashers. I got my 3 goblin chariots. I got my 5 spider riders, and I got a nice finger up by Mr. Jeremy Gottschalk. And also, if you guys don't know, Jeremy Gottschalk is one of the members of the Salty Shark, so that's why his t-shirt is Captain Salty Shark. Alright, so for my opponent, I'm going to show you a picture of his list here, but I'm also going to just go over it. He's playing the Asklander army. This is actually the second time I'm playing Asklanders. On the left, he has a unit of Barbarian Horsemen, Marauder Horsemen. He has a unit of just 5 dogs, hellhounds or warhounds or whatever they are. He has 2 wargs on the right that are his skinwolf models, and then in the back, I want to say that's the giant. I got confused which one was his giant, which one is Kraken, and it affects a decision later. So over here on the right side, that's his Kraken, and I thought that one was the giant and the other one was Kraken. Over here, he has a giant brick of 44 barbarians. 44 fucking barbarians. He has his wizard in there, and he has his general in there. That's basically his Death Star. I don't think these guys had the bodyguard, but it doesn't really matter. Over here on the right side, he has his another unit of dogs, and then on the big behemoth, that's actually his BSB on a behemoth, on a whatever they're called. I think they're just called behemoths. And basically that's how it looks. Deployment, it's counter thrust, and he's not that far away from me with his wargs. His wargs are actually pretty fast. It's also secure target, so he put his target right on the left side. I try to play smart. I try to put my savages and my goblins with the bows on the left side, but with his speed of his wargs, it's going to become an issue. And then on the right side, I put my token, and I put my black orcs just heading up for it. The one issue here is that impassable terrain by his Kraken. It's going to split up the table more or less, and you'll see that in a second. Go ahead and I scout up my spider riders, and I go ahead and I vanguard them up. And it's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn number 1. Orcs and Goblins turn number 1. As you can see, I move up my black orcs behind the wall, not really worried. I put the trolls up. It's a far charge for anything that's worth a damn, and then if it's not worth a damn and he wants to charge in, that's fine. K-Pack is kind of keeping the zone control. What I'm really risking here, is that warg charge into my goblins with bows. It's a 19, which he could get on a 10, which I've done to him before, but if he gets it, he will rip apart my goblins pretty fast and get good positioning. I didn't know what to do with my spider riders, so I moved up my black orcs up first, and then I moved the spider riders behind them, and then closed the gap with the trolls. Didn't really know what to do with them. I just don't want to lose them. I want to be able to hold on to them for a later time. The BSB's unit moves up, and basically what we're going to do is just pyromancy some shit down. Magic. Go ahead and do a fireball, get rid of, I do a fireball onto his Kraken, thinking it was the giant. I end up doing 2 wounds, he made 1 armor save, and then I realized, I made the comment like, wow, that's a good armor save for a giant, and then I realized that's not the fucking giant. God damn it. So that did change my tactic here. Go ahead and I do an enveloping embers onto the dogs because why the fuck not? They were the only thing really in range. Go ahead and get it off, kill off all the dogs, just coincidentally. And over here, these guys are going to go ahead and shoot into the other unit of dogs, kill off those dogs. Nobody panics. Going to start off turn 1, Asklanders. Asklanders turn 1. He tries to charge. He needs like he needs like a 10, and he fucking nails it. Gets right in. God damn, I couldn't even shoot him because they were in that fucking in the ruins. So he had good positioning. He had a good setup, and there's nothing I could do about it. Marauder horsemen are coming on up, not really dealing with savages, and the giant is also moving on up. That's how it looks on this side. Nobody bothered to deal with the wall. Magic, you got an 8 on the flux. Goes ahead and he gets a totemic summon up, puts it up right behind my forest goblins, which is annoying. Breath weapon goes off, kills off only 2 forest goblins. Over here, he ends up killing off enough. I am steadfast, but I'm like steadfast on like a 5 or 6. And I only did 2 wounds to him. He's going to go ahead and win combat. I'm going to flee. He chases me, and he chases me off the table. Let's go start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins, turn number 2. Orcs and Goblins, turn number 2. I don't charge shit. I actually move my trolls up pretty aggressively in front of his barbarians. I'm not worried about his barbarians. But I go ahead and I move my spider riders to block him from trying to charge around. Move up the K-Pack and move the forest goblins back a bit with the spider, with Koopa protecting the backside. I didn't really want Koopa fighting the behemoth alone. I didn't know how I felt about that. But Magic, go ahead and do an enveloping embers. He actually tries to stop it. I do an enveloping embers. I think I did like a 2d6 fireball. He stops it or I fail it. I don't remember. But I go ahead and I do enveloping embers, and he tries to stop it, and I get it off by 1. Now I do exactly. I don't even do half, but I do a good chunk of wounds. I end up killing off 11 of his guys here. Let's see, 4, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, 14. 14 of his guys. That's after his armor saves. So it was a good chunk of his army, and he was like complaining about it, but I did neuter him a bit here. Over here shooting, I end up killing off this guy here. And yeah, I just basically that's how I position myself. I don't really have a picture of how I did it when whatever. This is an after picture, just to show you where he's at. It's gonna start off turn 2. Turn 2, he charges in the Kraken, charges in the barbarians, into the trolls. Okay, he charges his behemoth, a long ass charge into Koopa. Oh, I think, was it a frenzy? I think he just charged the spider riders and I fled. And then they fled through, and he's going to try to redirect it into Koopa because he wants to fail the charge. He doesn't want to go into the Black Orcs. Magic got a 2 on the flux. Goes ahead and he does. I want to say this says Awaken the Spirit. Yeah, he did Awaken the Spirit on these 2 ambushing units of barbarians with throwing weapons. Anyways. They go ahead and they throw their throwing weapons at the K-Pack, kill off one of the K-Pack, causes a panic. They run through this way past to the other side. As you can see, this is where they popped up. They end up just throwing all their tomahawks into the BGKs, kill off a bunch of my BGKs. Up here, holy shit, this was nuts. This was nuts. He did like, just say like 20 something wounds to my fucking trolls. I made a shit ton of armor saves, a shit ton of regen saves, and he was like, what the fuck, James? I go back, and I'm like, alright, well, I got 15 attacks, 13 hits, 13 wounds. He's like, what? And I'm like, let me throw in my stomps. 3 more stomps. And he's just like, what? I'm not fucking kidding you. The trolls fucked them up. Now, he does have charged banners, and he did a good chunk of wounds with the Kraken. Or with his guys, actually, in general. He just did a shit ton of wounds here, like you see. But I ended up doing a good chunk of wounds back. I am going to lose combat. I am going to run. But you know what? Again, I neutered his Barbarian Death Czar, so I'm not really too worried about it. It was a good run there. I'm going to run away. Now, his Kraken needs a 12 to run into me. Alright, which he's not expecting, but what he wants to do is roll like an 11 or a 10, or even like, I think it's anywhere from like 7 to 11. The Kraken's gonna chaff me because of the stupid wall, right? So he's fine with that. But he fucking nails a 12, and his Kraken runs right into my Black Orcs, which actually does a shittier move for me. It's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn number 3. Orcs and Goblins turn number 3. Koopa's fat ass is going to charge into his Barbarian block. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. I actually have just enough space to charge, wheel, and get in over there, but it's going to be in a weird spot. It's not going to be able to maximize. I do call out the Wog on this. And Koopa will get in, boom, like so. Which this will be good. Koopa's Strider, so I don't really care about the water. And Koopa right now could probably kill. There's a shiny ambulance. Kill any of his characters in there. His general, his wizard, his champ. So it's not a big deal. And Koopa will be stubborn, and my general's right there. So Koopa could save the day. My Savage has just been dealing with all these units that have been popping up. What I did was I popped up my Relentless Banner with my Forest Goblins. And I ended up using their 15-inch march and moving them in a spot where both those blocks of throwing weapon marauders that popped up will have to charge them, and Koopa will have about 2 to 3 turns of combat by himself. He won't get hit by these marauders. The Savages put themselves in a situation where everything's in their front. The problem here is, and this is a big problem, is they're gonna the frenzy, and so he could force me to charge something I don't want to charge. The K-Pack rallied, my BSB and my Wizard walked out of the unit, my Spider Riders rallied. Magic, I ended up getting off Spectral Blades from my Wizard Crown. Again, let me say that again. I ended up getting off Spectral Blades from my Wizard Crown because people are like, how did you get that spell? Motherfucker, there's only one way to get the spell in an Orc and Goblin book. Alright. Over here, shoot this guy with some tomahawks. Over here, close combat. He gives me his champ. His champ dies a horrible, horrible death. Now, I have a charge and 4 wounds. He has a banner, and that's it, right? He rolls for a steadfast, but his steadfast, I'm like, no, you're not steadfast. You have majority in the water. So we looked up the rules specifically. Okay, we looked at how many models are touching the water. We had to pick up the tray. That's what he's doing in this picture. He's picking up the tray to see how many people are actually touching the water. And the truth is, it says like 50% or more in the water. It was like exactly, let's see, that one guy on the right side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 guys, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 plus the general. I forgot what it was, but basically he has like half of a body more outside of the water, and just based on how it's made, how it's whatever, and so he's gonna hold on that steadfast, even with the fear. Over here, god damn it, I can't even truthfully show you how pained I am to say this because my voice is hurting me. But his fucking Kraken swings at my general at the same time as my general. My general kills his Kraken, but he gets 2 wounds, and I fail both ward saves, and he multiplies the wounds exactly to kill my general. God damn it. So I did kill him, but now I'm generalless, and it's gonna. Over here, obviously, you can see Koopa just reform like so to get out of the charge range, and it's gonna be like this. On Asklanders turn 3. Asklanders turn 3. Oh god, I love this picture, by the way. This picture is just my favorite. Koopa's fat ass. He's gonna charge Behemoth here. I pass my terror check, and I actually just stand there because I don't want him changing his direction into the Black Orcs. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just stand. He charges in here with one of his units to my Forest Goblins, which is really smart of him. And basically that's how it looks. His giant's in the way of my Black Orcs. And yeah, magic, he got 4 on the flux, goes ahead and he does break the spirit on my Black Orcs, which this sucks because he rolled such a high number to get it. Over here, he chaffed my savages, and he basically is going to kill, he's just shooting tomahawks, so tomahawks kill 5 of my savages. Over here, he kills off one of the K-Pack. K-Pack ends up doing 2 wounds to him, which is pretty damn funny. Over here, close combat, he ends up challenging with his wizard. I will kill his wizard. It's going to start off turn 4. Turn 4, Orcs and Goblins. So, as you can see here, my Forest Goblins ran in my way of my Savages. Now, the Wargs were actually closer to my Savages where I could close the gap. I fail my Frenzy. I charge him. He flees. Now I'm stuck behind my Forest Goblins, and that sucks. That really does suck. Magic, I end up getting off bringing the pain on my Koopa. Koopa ends up fighting a challenge with his general, and I end up doing 2 wounds to his general. He ends up doing like 3 or 4 wounds to me, but I'm going to stick there. It's going to start off turn 4. Asklanders. Asklanders turn 4. He's going to charge the flank of my Savages here. He's going to charge my Black Orcs with both the Giant and the Behemoth. Yeah, he's going to charge my Spider Riders here who are chaffing him. He's going to get in. Alright. Close combat over here. He ends up messing up a bunch of my Savages. I only kill a couple of his guys. I'm going to flee, and I flee off the table. There's just no recovering from that. Over here, close combat, he ends up killing off a bunch of my guys. I did challenge him out, which does give me another chance to rally or hold on a steadfast, which I do on this turn, I believe. Nope, I don't. I fucking run. I roll a 10 and a 10. And I run through his guys, which causes DTs, and I'm going to lose more of my Black Orcs here. Like so, but it actually put me in a spot where I don't get, I can't get charged, and it's going to be my turn, I think, soon. Up on the water, as you can see, Koopa ended up killing off his general. I think on the last turn, this turn, he ends up fighting the barbarians and killing off the barbarians to the man. To the fucking man, he killed off the barbarians. And guys, there goes another Shy Ambulance. But I remember fighting the barbarians, and I'm like, alright, I need 13 wounds, and I did exactly 13 wounds. Killed off all the fucking barbarians. And it's going to put Koopa in turn 5. Orcs and Goblins. Orcs and Goblins turn 5. Koopa charges his fucking Giant. Actually, I think that might have happened on my turn 4. These might be out of order. But Koopa's going to deal with the Giant, or let's just say this is Gottschalk's turn 5. He obviously turned his guys around to face the Black Orcs. Black Orcs rallied, and my Wizard and BSB are walking around on their own. These guys over here are going to start shooting to Koopa. They end up doing 1 wound onto Koopa. Koopa only has 1 wound left. These guys ended up shooting my Black Orcs. I ended up killing off 6 of them, but not enough. Now it's going to start off my turn 6. I think I'm missing my turn 4 picks. Koopa over here charges into the Giant. Magic got a 7 on the Flux. What I ended up doing was a bunch of pyro flows and shit here. The reason I did it was to lower how many tomahawks he has left. I know I'm not going to kill the unit, but I just want to lessen his threat of throwing weapons. Over here I shot him in the ass just for the hell of it. Bazooka ended up doing 2 wounds onto his BSB, which I find hilarious. And then Koopa over here kills his fucking Giant, causes no panics, but he was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Koopa has killed pretty much my whole army so far. Koopa's been trolling. Turn 6 Asklanders. He ends up turning both units, or 1 unit to shooting Koopa, 1 unit to shooting the Black Orcs. I told him, there was a bunch of people watching right here. I told him, I was like, I would just focus everything on Koopa or everything on the Black Orcs and just call it, you know, because you're not going to cause a panic on one or the other, and you're going to kill one and maybe not the other, right? But since he split up his attention, he goes in and shoots him, and he shoots the Black Orcs, kills off everybody except 1. Everybody but 1. And he goes to shoot Koopa, and he fails to wound Koopa. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that's so bad. It's a loss for me, guys. It's a big loss for me. He got the objective. I tried to grab the objective at the end, but it was a little too late. I played a bad game, I know I did, but at the same time, there was a lot of moments in this game that I think showed me how strong the army can be. Trolls mainly. And not only the trolls, but this fucking fat fuck right here. This fuck right here killed his general, which he's obviously the MVP. It's a big obvious MVP. Killed his general, killed his wizard, killed the barbarian block, killed his giant, alright, and wasted 2 rounds of shooting on him. And he still lived. Oh, this motherfucker. He's easily the MVP. I'm so proud of him. Good job, Koopa. Anyways, guys, like I said, I'm really sick in this battle report, and I really wish I could give you more energy, but this is all I got. Alright, guys. If you guys liked the video, hit like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to be posting more. I'm going to post that last video, hopefully this week. I really just want to get it to you before I go to Pacific Rim on Thursday. So I'm going to try to get that battle report out. If you guys would like to show your appreciation, you could always donate to my channel or go to my Patreon. I leave the link down below. Also, if you guys are interested in some Infernal Dwarf shirts, it is going to be Infernal Dwarves and Vampires is going to be my first two t-shirts that I'm going. I'm just trying to get a head count on interest right now. And besides that, I'm going to be working on some orc shirts next, obviously. I figured, I was like, why am I working on other armies when I should just be working on the one that I love the most? Of course. Anyways, guys, so that's going to be coming up very soon. And besides that, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed making it. Take care, and until next time. You guys are going to see the battle, the points coming on up right now. And the points are showing, I gotta find it on my own page here. Koopa's easy winner, taking 2,500 points in just this. Oh no, I'm sorry, 1,300 points in just this fight. The Dread's Iron Legion did take 530. Baxter did take 460. Trolls did okay. They only took 150 points, but it's because the Barbarians are pretty cheap, even though how many wounds they did was pretty impressive. Overall, though, it just, besides Koopa, not much was done. Putting Koopa in the big lead for the whole tournament so far, and in second place is ridiculously the Green Guard for some reason. Anyways, alright guys, hope you guys enjoy this, and we'll talk to you next time. Take care, and peace.